Hello everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic night and an awesome spring break thus far. So the musical I decided to write is based on child abuse and therapy and the how people see therapy nowadays. That's the social issue I picked to work on, and in this musical Dr. Michael Emmings is a local therapist who specializes in emotional and psychological needs, but his skills will be put to the ultimate test when he comes into contact with a woman named Jane who is pursuing justice for her abused niece and nephew. But little do they all know that the children's abusive parents have been watching and are on the march. Sharon and Michael Brown have just been released from the city's mental health institution and are now seeking custody of their son and daughter, Luke and Samantha. Despite the children's claims of verbal and domestic abuse, the parents continue to fight the system for full custody. Dr. Emmings wants to concentrate on his critical work, but becomes distracted by the beauty of his client, but later becomes centered by her love and passion, and his love and passion for the right cause, which is fighting for the people, because that's what therapists do. They are all for the people, and I think that a lot of people don't see therapists as that way. You know, the people think therapists are all about the money, and I think that this shows like social workers care, and through the system we can get a lot done. Why did I pick this topic? It's important because, like I said earlier, the capacity and the heart that a therapist has, you know, as someone who is a big advocate for therapy, you know, you give up so much of your life for people, to help people, and it's one of the greatest sacrifices I believe you could ever make, and finding a good therapist is really hard. But Dr. Emmings in my musical really cares about his clients and wants to see them do well. I think that the emotion and the vulnerability can be represented in the song, so I want the music to be very prevalent. I want it to be a more driven by music musical. I almost picture it to be like Les Mis. What do I want the audience to see? I want them to see the different emotions. I want them to laugh, I want them to cry, and I want them to be afraid too, because I mean, truly, the abuse that happens, it's scary and it's frightening, and it's happening all around. I would like there to be a full orchestra as well. Dance, I picture it to be a lot of combat dance, since we really want to focus on the abuse, you know, and even with like verbal abuse, we could show like the dance could have combat in it to externalize what verbal abuse feels like. I think that'd be very powerful, as I believe verbal abuse is just as strong and as scary and is as big as a social problem as physical abuse. The point of this musical, I want the audience to see that you know, how important it is to really do, like, the abuse is so prevalent, like we need to face it, and that's what I want the point of this to be. The costume design, I want it to be present day clothing. You know, I picture them to be middle-aged, like the Sharon and all of them to be middle-aged family, and so they'd be wearing like middle-class clothing. Dr. Emmings would be more like suit and tie dressed, and Jane, the love interest, would be more, I picture her to be like dressed in cute clothes, and lighter clothes, and the kids dressed in jeans and t-shirts. Thank you very much and have a great night.